Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the sixth day of the End Bad Governance protest. Now, how many of you remember this video of Dino Mendaye when he was warning of what is exactly happening today?
Events will happen, there will be signals that they will happen, and they will happen, and there will be no remedy. Mr. President, before the masses begin to chase us, before they begin to destroy our vehicles and our homes, I think it is time we act and make hay while the sun shines. You, the leadership of the Senate, I am advising and suggesting that you move and see the president. Let the president understand the magnitude and intensity of what is happening. We want to see a working security program. We want to see a decisive, pragmatic approach to this problem. We cannot just continue to have sensations on pages of newspaper and we are not seeing actions on ground. People are dying. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Marafa.
I hope you people have seen the videos that is coming out from the north, especially the Kaduna, the Kanu, and the Katsina, where the protesters, the angry protesters from the northern extractions, going to the House of Representatives, House of Senate, their members, I mean to say, they are going to their private homes, putting fire on them. These people are angry. These people are angry. Now, let me tell you why these people are angry. Now, when you look at the northern Nigeria, these people have been deceived and they were lied to. They told them time without number, if you vote for someone from your, from your area, from your religion, they are going to make life easier for you. But if you vote for people who are infidel, who are not in the same faith with you, they will make sure your life will be miserable. They won't care for you. Yaradua was there for some time. Buhari came, the same thing. But they saw that we are having leaders. Almost the whole appointments is from the north. But nothing is changing. We are suffering. We are dying of malnutrition. Insecurity is over us. What is the essence of the government? We want them, but they did not listen. This man that they sacked from the Senate, Nnamdi warned them. And Nnamdi was warning Tinubu. This is just about 2 months ago. They suspended him. And what are they saying today? What they are saying today is the result of the failed policies, wickedness by these politicians. And down to the south, they are not stiff-minded. Look at what is going on in Wike's house.
That is Wike's house. One of the criminals, the criminals house. Look at our houses. Now we get house with that. Now we get house with that. Now we get house.
As it stands now, Tinubu has run out of idea. And what is paining me most is that most people who are leading Tinubu into this mess are already trying to withdraw and abandoning him. Have you ever seen Wike since this protest started, when Wike was bragging, or when Wike is bragging about stopping people who are protesting and so on and so forth? But before the protest began, Wike was telling Tinubu that nobody is going to protest in FCT. I am the FCT minister. He even went to court to secure court order restricting them not to protest on the street and so on and so forth. That is the game they are playing in their party, PDP, using court order from here to here, scattering everything in Nigeria. But where is Wike today? Wike has abandoned Tinubu. And as I speak to you, Tinubu has run out of idea. The man don't even know where to start. The man don't even know. And if anybody is telling you that this protest is about to end, don't believe the person, because this protest is just starting. And that 10 days is going to complete, and this protest is going to regroup. There is no going back about it. So instead of the president to listen to the demands of the people who are protesting, he is there talking rubbish and talking what people don't understand. As far as I'm concerned, Tinubu is still playing. He's still playing games with the public. He's still doing all sorts of things. And when you look at it, you will understand that the Northerners are the ones who are suffering the more. So I don't want to blame them for any action the people of the North are taking, because they are the one going through a lot of things. They are the one going through, pains. If you see the number of people who don't even know where their next meal is going to come from from the northern part of the country, you will pity them. So I am happy that these people are rising against their politicians, because their politicians are the problem. Politicians are the one who will tell them that people from the south are your enemies, they do this, they do that. People from the southwest are your enemy, the Igbos are your enemy. It is the politicians, their own politicians, they are the one doing it. But now, where are they going to run to? All the whole lies they tell to their people did not work. So the people are now saying, if everything you have been telling us right from time, if it is true, why are we like this? Why is it that nothing is going on? That is the question that is making them to flee. They are running. Look at so many videos. I can't bring it on YouTube here because burning of houses and so on and so for most of the videos are against the community standard. You can go and Google it and check what is going on. Their leaders are on the run. Their leaders are on the run. The very first day the protest started was the day they stormed Buhari's house and Buhari left. He fled. So if these people can wake up and understand that their leaders don't mean well for them, including their imams who have been telling them lies about the Southerners, this and that, this and that. If these people will have the courage to continue this and make sure that all these their leaders are being removed, they will see the truth about this nation they call Nigeria. They will see the truth that they are being used as a scapegoat. They will see the truth that those people they call their leaders are leading them to slaughterhouse house, they are not leading them to their destiny. That is what is going on. I don't want to blame people who are protesting in the north because they have had it enough. They have gotten to the point of Rubicon where there is no return. Why should people be dying of malnutrition in Nigeria? And they have leaders. So many people who shouted about this, they call us enemies. Enemies of Nigeria, as if we care. We don't care. But you know what? Lies cannot last forever. There is a way you will tell lies to. Now, the truth will come with reality. That is what is playing now. The truth is coming with its own reality on the ground. And you know what? You cannot deny the truth. The truth is that people are hungry. People are not secured. There is no life. When I mean there is no life, there is no life. The politicians who have made sure that so many people will not have good life, they are very few. How could it be that few people are putting almost 200 million people in rank? They are putting them in cage. They can't even do anything on their own. These people have been lied so much. Now their eyes are open. They cannot see. It's just like someone that is blindfolded and you're only telling him, move right, left is your enemy. The day you will remove that curtain from his eye, that veil from his eye, he will see by himself. The Northerners are now seeing by themselves. So who is going to stop them? Who is going to stop them? Forget about all these things security operatives and defense chiefs are saying. No, they are still speaking in tongues. Instead of them to humble themselves and understand the reality on the ground, they are still there speaking in tongues. They are saying, in fact, what they are saying is even making the protesters to be more violent. They are the one triggering the violence in this protest. You tear gas people who have not eaten for 4 days, who have not eaten for 3 days. You are tear gassing them because they said they are hungry. Tinubu should be very careful. He should be very careful because what is going on, everyone is supporting this protest directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly, everyone we are solidly behind them, and that is why we ourselves personally we are always on the streets protesting. Even though the threat of police and threat of DSS are there, we keep on doing what we are doing, because when we leave these things for these governments, one day we'll wake up and will not have any place to even go.
Many of us from the north are famed for cattle keeping. And when you are driving the cattle through different grazing grounds, the cattle believe that you love them so much because you protect them from the elements, because you protect them from other wild animals. But if the cattle were to know that you are the one who would end up eating them, they would treat you very differently. Invariably, they do not know. And therefore, you will continue controlling them the way you do, and you will continue eating them the way you do. But it's a totally different case when you are leading human beings. They are not like cattle. You may lead them in a particular direction. You may think that you have lulled them into a false sense of security. You may think that you have deadened their minds. But always remember that one day if you don't do that which is good and right for your fellow men, there is a day of reckoning. There is a day of reckoning, and history has demonstrated that it can come in the twinkling of an eye. History has demonstrated that kings have been toppled. History has demonstrated that presidents have been removed. History has demonstrated that great men have been cut down. History has demonstrated that men can rise when they are misled. History has demonstrated that men are indeed capable of rising up. You know, I always read these words of the American Declaration of Independence because I love them. They apply to humanity. Before America became what it is, they had enlightened men. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are born equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable right, that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it is for these reasons that governments are instituted amongst men, and that when those governments fail to perform, it is the duty of those people to rise up and to remove such governments.